Yo, what is up, you guys? I'm DeAndre,
I'm Javonte.
and this is a Dre and J review. And today we'll be reviewing the new Zack Snyder's Justice League movie that just released this past Thursday. Now, if we got a chance to watch it, I've watched it twice already, and I've started this new job recently, so it's taken us a couple days to actually do this review. So, but we still want to share our thoughts on the movie. So I'll let you take it away. You were the person that hated. You didn't believe in the Snyder movement, and
I think I believe in Zack Snyder's movement. I said that I didn't think that Snyder cut the way that people saw it. I knew he had footage and different scenes and stuff. I knew he said to put something. Yeah, it wasn't like a complete film ready, or it wasn't a film that was pretty much ready to go.
Yeah, I don't think any of
that's what when you say at least the Snyder cut, it makes it like another cut means it's already done. It's
it's just a cool name for like release the. It sounds like a cool movement. Release the Snyder.
But I don't think people think of it like that. You know what I mean? I think most people think of it literally as a cut. But
we all knew it wasn't like a finished product that he had because he left production.
But people assume that he had a movie already done and shit like that. That's what I'm saying.
No.
But besides all that, I'm not here to argue about that. I'm here to talk about the film. As far as the film goes, I think Zack Snyder did a great job with the film. I enjoyed it. I had a great time watching it.
I'm gonna let you go on because I'm about to go on my rant to Warner Brothers and shit. So go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say I think the project was good. I think Zack Snyder. I'm glad he was able, as a director, to get his image out there. I know, like, for all these directors and producers and people that work on these movies and stuff like that, and film and anything in art in general, you consider stuff art. So you want to always show people your art and what you have planned and everything like that. And I think I enjoy the film. I think the character arc's a lot better with this film. I think, of course, with 4 hours, I expected it though with 4 hours, but I think, Cyborg, of course, still the show, and Flash is a lot better. So I enjoy the character development and stuff like that. And the action was cool. And honestly, I think this is good. This is a dub for HBO and Warner Brothers. I think HBO Max should definitely continue this Snyderverse. And make the 2 and 3 that he wants to make. I think he should definitely do it and keep it on HBO Max. Because I think this is a perfect platform for him. I think all this kind of worked out perfect because you definitely couldn't put this movie in the movie theater. It's too long.
Okay, here's my thing. Here's my thing with that. Since when has there been rules about how long you can put how long a movie needs to be in the movie theater?
Because you're not thinking about, think about from a business perspective. If you don't have a movie for 4 hours, how many shows can you really fit in that movie? You're not going to make that much money if you only fit a certain amount of shows.
Then you could just extend the movie as far as how long it's in theaters for.
But you're not going to get that many showings. And there's rules to it anyway, but I think about the amount of showings you get.
You can put intermissions in between.
But you're not going to get that many showings a day. Think about it. The movie theater's open at 9 o'clock? Mm-hmm. If you start that movie at 10 o'clock, the movie's going to last till 2 or 3.
Okay.
How many theaters you have? You can't have all your theaters showing it.
So we saw what Peter Jackson's King Kong. That motherfucker was 3 hours.
It's like two with some extra time on it. You're talking about a 4-hour film. That's a little bit different. And you're talking about no intermission either. Who gonna be able to sit there? People with bladder problems. Who gonna sit there for 4 hours?
That's what I'm saying. You could put an intermission between like 2 hours, and then within your intermission, it'd be like 10 minutes. Have a bathroom break, and also you could just play those damn theater ads that they always show.
No, it's no damn play. And part of good movie, a good production, good directing is being able to cut things out that you don't need and make a movie shorter. Of course, if you made every movie 4 hours, Avengers, Endgame Infinity will be amazing. They'd be like the greatest movies of all time. They have 4 hours.
Avengers Endgame was 3 hours long, so I'm just saying that's just 58 minutes less than what you.
That's a lot of time. 58 minutes is a lot of time. That's a lot of time. You work a job. Is 58 minutes a lot of time from getting off to working still? Yes. My point is, you're not gonna put a movie for 4 hours. You have to cut a movie down. And that's why I think this is a perfect platform for Zack Snyder. He's able to get his whole project out there. This movie's amazing because he's able to put everything into it with no restraints, no time restraints, any of that stuff. I thought he did a good job with the intermissions at different points of the chapters. I thought that was an amazing thing to do. But this film works for HBO Max. You can't put this in a movie theater. First off, then you have to take away the blood. The things you like, you have to take away the blood. You can't have blood.
Who says?
You're gonna make it rated R?
Yes.
There goes your kid audience. That's some more money. So
parents can bring their kids. Do they
come on now?
It's just blood.
Okay, some parents ain't gonna do that. It was they're like 3-4 F-bombs.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's still rated R. That's considered rated R.
I've seen parents take kids to way worse than that.
That's considered rated R though.
Okay. And parents, my point is, as long as you're with a parent, which most times you are.
I have no problem with Zack Snyder making rated R DC movies. I have no problem with rated R DC movies. DC's a different level than Marvel. It's more violent, more darker, and that's cool. But my point is, you can't still put a movie that's 4 hours long in a movie theater. That's not possible. That's just not possible. You want showtimes, bro. That's how you make your money in the movie theater. You make your money by having as many showtimes as you can a day. Mm-hmm. And if you put a movie for 4 hours, how many showtimes can you have?
Okay. Then you have more movies playing of that.
You can't, dog. There's other stuff coming out too. So my point is, you can't only have. You're going to have certain.
If you got a 4-hour movie, fuck all those other movies.
You're going to have a certain amount of time for theater. You're going to have a certain amount of theaters or movie screens playing your movie, right? And then they have to play other stuff. There's other stuff that comes out also.
Okay, look, I'm just saying, it's possible. It's man. I think they can do.
This is perfect though. I don't know why people want this in the movie theater. This is HBO Max is perfect. It gives you everything you want. You can you do whatever you want, but you can make it as long as you want, and you continue it. I
agree. HBO Max would be that's a good fallback plan, but I still
that's
think
the main plan.
No, I think the main plan should be trying to get this.
See, this is why Warner Bros. Not want to make this because they do. Because people no.
First off, don't mention Warner Brothers because I got some.
No, let's be real. Let's be real, Warner Bros. Like I said, Warner Bros. Was a no-win situation. When AT&T announced they were going to put this movie out, Warner Bros. Was a no-win-win situation.
Of course they were in a no-win situation.
That's why I said I don't want to put it out. Because look, they gave the fans what they wanted. They put the movie out, right? And now people want more of that. So that was, what do you want them to do now? You want them to say, scrap everything that we already have, scrap Matt Reeves, scrap everything, new guys.
You know what?
Let's stick to Zack Snyder.
I'm going to get to that. First off, let me give you my assessment of the movie. So, I loved it. I thought it was great. It's probably one of my favorite DC movies. I still think Man of Steel is my number one. But
DC movies in general, or DC this shared universe?
Well, Man of Steel is my favorite DC movie in general. So but yes, as far as DCEU goes, this is top tier. And it was great to see. I felt like, with the characters, a lot of the characters were given justice. You actually saw some real development throughout this movie, which, like you said, with 4 hours, you can do that. Mm-hmm. But that's my thing, is with Warner Brothers, they rushed the Justice League. They rushed DC. For sure. They try to catch up to Marvel, and it doomed them. They try to rush this shit. And then when Zack Snyder...
Oh, before you go. Zack Snyder shit's 4 hours and 2 minutes.
Okay.
Endgame was... I just had Endgame up. Okay, you keep talking. I'll take later.
Nah, you go ahead and interrupt me. But anyway, what was I? Damn, I forgot. I lost my...
3 hours and 2 minutes.
Okay.
It's a whole hour more.
That's no problem.
Oh, my goodness.
That ain't no problem.
Continue your thought.
Hey, that ain't no problem. That ain't no problem.
Continue your thought. Go ahead.
Okay. So what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So when Zack Snyder, had his unfortunate circumstances surrounding his daughter, Autumn, and her unfortunate death, he left the project. Warner Brothers could have the chance. They could have pushed the shit back if they wanted to, regardless. I think no. But here's the thing. Here's what I've heard. Okay. This is actually what I've read from reports back when the movie Justice League was released in November. Warner Brothers decided to release it that year in order to make their bonuses.
Shit, might be possible.
That's some selfish ass shit.
But
no, fuck that.
Add to that also though, Zack Snyder was on a 3-movie deal, right? So this is literally his last movie. Probably think, okay, we're trying to move on anyway. The thing about this is also, people forget this.
But still, if you don't put a product out in the movie theater, actually put a good one. So and then this is my next big thing.
They just weren't building off that though.
Okay, but still, no. If you're gonna put a Justice League movie, that shit gotta at least hit. Now, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw Justice League for the first time, I actually came away liking it.
DC fanboy.
No,
a little bit there.
You said you liked it too. So
no, I did. But I tell you why, I like it for the Superman parts. But DC fanboy, there's a little bit of that.
Okay, but anyway, I said I like Justice League. And if you like any of my friends watching this video, because some of y'all went to the movies to go watch Justice League with me. I came away impressed by it. Mm-hmm. But as soon as it came out on DVD and I started watching it again and again, and I was actually in my own house to comprehend what I was seeing. Every time I watched it, the worse it became. And eventually it became a shit show for me. It was embarrassing. A lot of scenes that I saw in the original Zack Snyder trailer, and a lot of the lines and dialogue were cut out from the Justice League movie. So I came away disappointed. So Justice League was one of those movies where I came in loving it, watching it, just because for the first time I was actually seeing a live action Justice League in the theaters for the first time. I think that was just nostalgia in me. That's what I said. That made me want to like it. But after that, it was terrible.
But even I said I liked the movie because I liked how Superman was done. I said Superman seemed like, I like how Superman was portrayed in that film. That's why I said, okay, the mustache was all fucked up. Okay, I agree with that. But as far as Superman acted in his think of the word. You know what I mean? The mindset of the bright beacon of hope that Superman's supposed to be, he was that, I feel like, in that movie. He had moments of that. Which is, I enjoyed that part of the movie. And I said that. I didn't say the movie was the greatest thing ever. Like, if you compare it to any, like, Avenger movie, I'm saying, Avengers movie's better.
Look, I'm just gonna say this.
But it's not horrible. It wasn't a horrible film when I first saw it. I agree with you. But I also excited to see Justice League in the theater.
But here's my thing. You look at what Zack Snyder had. And not because, let's not forget, before Zack Snyder like did the reshoots and additional reshoots with the nightmare scenes and all that. Yeah. So a lot of the scenes that we saw in the movie, that Zack Snyder, the one that we just saw right now, were in his original movie. Josh Whedon decided to cut those out. Yeah. A lot of moments where you all, like, a lot of you people who hate DC, especially, well, you know what I mean, the DCEU, because it's too dark. It had actually bright moments, like Wonder Woman. When Wonder Woman's stops the robbery, and she talks to that girl, and she's over here talking. Yeah, that's a beautiful moment. That's a nice moment. Why was that cut out from the original movie? I don't know. Cyborg, his whole fucking character arc. Yeah, for sure. Why was he cut out for the movie? For sure. But you add scenes like, I don't know, what's brunch? Okay. You add shit like that. Okay. I think, let me try to speak. I think what Josh Whedon was trying to do, I think Josh Whedon tried to bring what works at Marvel to DC, which is why that brunch line came up. That's like some stuff you probably hear in a Marvel movie. Well, it was dumb as fuck. And also the tension that how he tried to have the tension within the Justice League. Macy, be quiet. And how he tried to have the tension within the Justice League, how when they were trying to revive Superman, he tried to do that same shit like he did in Avengers when they had that little tension. No, I agree. So I think that's what I'm saying. I think he came Wonder Woman and Flash shot similar. I think DC hired him and told him like, hey, we want more. Because the only reason this movie's coming out, why is this movie coming out? Why did Justice League come out? Because they want to compete with Marvel. They're ready to jump on that Marvel stage. Right? They want to do what the Avengers are doing. So they got Joss Whedon thinking, okay, Joss Whedon, do it like what you do at Marvel. But my thing is, and that's what he tried to do. My thing is, Zack Snyder's version was better. Yes, but that wasn't selling for them, DeAndre. Think about it like this. MCU outsells the DC movies. Nick. They make more money. Oh. So think about it from the suits, from Warner Brothers standpoint, and think about it from Warner Brothers standpoint as far as business-wise and money. They're trying to make as much money as they can, right? So if Zack Snyder has to leave for his circumstances, they're gonna go grab a guy like Joss Whedon. Oh, Joss Whedon made 2 Avenger movies. Both did well. Okay, Age of Ultron, you say what you want about. First Avengers did great numbers. Second Avengers did great numbers. Shit, let's bring them on. You know what I mean? And then he told him, let's bring some of that Marvel stuff that you've done at Marvel that makes Marvel so amazing to people and why it's done so well. Bring that to DC and Justice League. And that's part of what has happened. But guess what? That shit was ass. It was trash. Yes, I agree. Josh Whedon fucked up Justice League. It didn't work. Zack Snyder, bro. Zack Snyder, compared to Josh Whedon's version, Zack Snyder made a fucking masterpiece. Josh Whedon's Justice League is Thor: The Dark World. And Zack Snyder's is Thor Ragnarok. Because I'm talking about Thor: The Dark World. No. Look, I completely agree. Josh Whedon's version did not work because of what he tried to do. He tried to line it up too much, and it did not work because let's think about why. Hold on. Zack Snyder's was just as light. I felt like it was. No, hold on. No, bleeding. Yes, against the wall. That's realism. That's not light. That's realism. They don't do that, but that's what I love about the DCU. I love Man of Steel for being real to itself. I love Batman versus. So you just go to my point. You just go back to my point. It's not okay. You just say right now. But that movie was light. That movie was not light. No, because they had its humorous moments. They've had its joyous and hopeful moments. Like Wonder Woman, the girl. Yes, those aren't light. Those are moments you see like, oh, he's a good hero. You see, those are hero moments. Those aren't light moments. Like, oh, it's a little kiddie for kids and stuff like that. It's not like those kind of light moments. No, what you're talking about for light moments is just jokes. No, it's just classic jokes. I also mean a lighter tone in the films. Think about it. Which Avenger movies? The only ones you think about that are darker is Endgame and Infinity War. Okay. And Infinity War is a little bit darker. But guess what? Where do people rank Endgame and Infinity War? That's probably the top favorite. But no. Because of why? Because it was like the fucking that's the end all be all. That's the big boss. That's everything. If you tell people just straight up off, go with them. Avengers is low key just as good. Avengers is low key behind Endgame. It's Endgame, then Avengers, then Infinity War, then Age of Ultron. The first Avengers is still up there, being real. But let's say about Marvel. But I'm just saying.
This is why Josh Whedon did this. He did it because that's what DC wanted. They wanted a lighter tone, and he brought a lighter tone. Did it work? No. Also the reason why it did not work, because Zack Snyder already established how his universe worked, with Man of Steel being, like you said, a realistic, darker movie, and Batman vs Superman being darker and more realistic movies.
I never said Man of Steel was dark. I just said it was realistic.
It's dark too, a little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit darker.
It's more realism, not dark. I don't know why people say dark, but anyway.
It's darker, bro. But you have those two movies are darker films compared to what Josh Whedon gave you in his version of Justice League. So that's why it did not work. Mm-hmm. So I understand what you're saying. I get why you like this film better. I like this film better too. I agree. But also we like it better. And you guys probably like it better too if you do like it better, because it fits more with what Zack Snyder has done with his previous two films.
It doesn't.
It goes in a trilogy.
Okay, but I get that.
It feels like a trilogy.
But even if this movie was just a separate Justice League movie, I like Zack Snyder. Let's say Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman did not exist. I would watch this movie over Josh Whedon's version if they just straight out. You just had a Justice League movie announced and another Justice League movie, and one was Josh Whedon, one was Zack Snyder. There was no other movies that Zack Snyder did. I would prefer this one because I just liked it more. It had more moments. It had more moments of action sequences. It didn't feel like scenes were mixed together and like a Frankenstein's monster fucking just mixed and mashed. I felt like the score was better.
I play devil's advocate.
Hold on. I felt like the character development was better as well.
Hold on, I'm playing devil's advocate to that. Character development was better, but it's a 4-hour movie.
That's my thing.
Josh Whedon had 2-hour film with two characters who haven't had no solo films yet.
Okay, but so you over here basically.
No, I like the movie. I'm playing devil's advocate what you're saying. Zack Snyder, Josh Whedon literally took a movie on with two characters who had no backstory.
Okay, but that's my thing, is the fact that Warner Brothers was they rushed the Justice League coming into theaters. They rushed this whole Justice League storyline without even getting solo movies.
But that's what Zack Snyder had planned. Zack Snyder said his plan was Man of Steel, BBS, Justice League 2, Justice League 3.
Was it his plan? Did Warner Brothers?
That's what he said his plan was. I swear I saw an interview, an article where he said his plan was his original plan. Mm-hmm. Man of Steel, BBS, Justice League 1, Justice League 2, Justice League 3. That was the plan. 5-movie plan.
Then Warner Brothers didn't tell that nigga that was the plan.
What do you mean?
I'm saying it wasn't Warner Brothers who said, "Oh, we want this."
No, why would Warner Brothers want that? Why would Warner Brothers right from 2? Why would Warner Brothers want 3 straight Justice League movies?
I don't know.
Why don't other films put in there?
I'm just saying.
That's how it works.
Because I gotta look that shit up. I mean, if you guys know in the comment section, be sure to let us know down below whether it was Warner Brothers or Zack Snyder who rushed the Justice League into the DCEU.
Because think about it, we got think about this, okay. But
this is my thing. If Warner Brothers gave the okay to put this Justice League movie out, even though Warner Brothers knew that they didn't have a Green Lantern, well, they had a Green Lantern, that shit, ass. They didn't have a Cyborg, they didn't have Flash, they didn't have Aquaman. So if Warner Brothers knew that, then why greenlight the Justice League movie in the first place? Why not hold off and wait and build other characters?
Because Zack Snyder was on a 3-movie deal. It was his last movie on his deal.
Okay, just because if you're on a 3-movie deal, you could still make that movie 5 years from now.
But this is what I'm trying to say. Warner Bros. Was thinking about like this. They're thinking about these Zack Snyder's films weren't doing as well as they wanted to with the public, right? Mm-hmm. So they're thinking about, let's get his shit out of here and let's move on and reboot this bitch and restart.
And that was the worst fucking.
No, but that's what Warner Bros. Think. That's what I'm saying. They rushed it out there. It wasn't right. Zack Snyder should definitely get to finish his project. It's his project, of course. I'm not saying he shouldn't. But what they did was say, hey, let's get him out. Let's get this shit out. Let's get this shit out here. Sorry about Zack Snyder's situation. Let's get the movie out. We can restart and reboot this universe and do it from fresh start and try to start over and do everything. Think about it. Wonder Woman's pretty much like the restart.
Not really.
Pretty much.
I don't see it. Wait, wonder which one?
One. Patty Jenkins.
I don't see it as a restart.
I see it as a restart.
No, not really.
Shh. The films contradict a little bit.
How?
You trying to tell me Batman vs Superman, Gal Gadot got on that plane ready to take off? When she knew that damn Doomsday was there.
Hey, man,
that goes against everything that she stood for.
I'm just saying that's something in between, which I was hoping that would have happened in 1984, where something would have made her, cut herself off from the world. But Wonder Woman 84, the way it ended, it kind of contradicts. Now Wonder Woman 84 contradicts it. Now I don't think Wonder Woman 8 contradicts it.
And I think even Jason Momoa, look, I just said, this is all I'm saying. They basically said, we're going to try to create a new universe. So we got to do Matt Reeves. We got to do Batman. We got Matt Reeves Batman on the way. Other I'm trying to say, like, I'm not saying the film is better. Joss Whedon fucked up the film. I'm not knocking that. Okay? Mm-hmm. Zack Snyder's version was way better. I enjoyed the Zack Snyder version.
Way better.
Yes, I enjoyed the Zack Snyder version. But I enjoy it partly because it fills in with everything else that he's done with his films. Like, this movie starts off right away, right from BVS. We go right into it. So it's literally, it feels like a trilogy. It feels like, oh, this is part of this.
Okay, but at the same time, like, I'm happy that the fact, I'm glad that it was 4 hours long, because if we didn't,
sure.
The fact that we didn't have, you know, a Flash movie and all that movie, the fact that it was 4 hours, it gave me enough time to establish all these characters, which was great.
Yeah.
And the 4 hours really fly by when you're watching. First off, sure. I would like to point out our mom, she watched the movie with us. Mm-hmm. And she did not go to sleep, which is crazy, because that's usually what she does when she watches movies with us, especially that long. She does not watch movies go over 2 hours. It's hard to do. Much less superhero movies. So, big shout out to you, Mom, for accomplishing that feature. That was, you know, big accomplishment. But, you know, the fact that she was able to be entertained by that movie, you know, shows just how good of a movie it was.
Yeah, it's definitely a good film. It's definitely a movie that just, you can watch it. There's no slow moments. It's pretty fast throughout. I mean, I'm trying to think about these slow moments. But for me, the movie, it moves through easy, smooth.
Exactly.
I like it.
But back to Josh Whedon, real quick. I just have this one theory, and I've said,
he always tells me, go ahead.
I always tell him this theory. But and also, just after watching Justice League, it kind of reminds me. Steppenwolf in a way reminds me of Josh Whedon, and Darkseid is Kevin Feige. Josh Whedon got banished from Apocalypse because of his work on Avengers: Age of Ultron. This man needed to be back in Darkseid, aka Kevin Feige's good graces. So Kevin Feige told that man, okay, Josh Whedon told him about Zack Snyder's original Justice League and the script and everything. And Uncle Kev, who you call Uncle Kev, told Josh Whedon, yeah, we can't let this shit get out in the public. This would destroy us. Hey, sabotage that shit as much as you can, and I just might consider letting you back into Marvel. Josh Whedon said, okay, bet. That's a deal. And he fucked that shit up, man. He butchered that movie. When you look at it compared to Zack Snyder, he butchered it.
I think it's more Warner Bros. Than Josh Whedon, bro.
And also, first off, the actors, Ray Fisher, I actually understand this nigga now. I actually feel for this man.
They cut that man completely out.
They cut him completely out. Yeah. They ruined this man. This man was the heart of the movie.
Yeah. No.
Like, had a great character arc, great story, great moments.
To jump on that, I think even Josh Whedon could have did this. I think Josh Whedon messed up better doing this. The way they showed his skill set and power set within, 10 minutes? Maybe not that. Probably 5-6 minutes worth of film just by having the tape recorder go off and him showing like all the missiles and the nukes and the banks and everything. Basically
helping the family out.
Yeah, basically.
Which is another
he's a fucking computer technology god.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a nice moment too. But I think that was an easy, nice way as Zack Snyder did. He did a nice way of showing his power set, quick and easy, fast. We knew what he was built, like what he could do. I think I commend Zack Snyder for doing that. And Josh Whedon definitely could do that in his film as well.
Exactly. So that's my thing. I can see why Ray Fisher, is so outspoken, man. When you were the star of that movie,
yeah, he is the heart and soul of the
movie.
And
heart and soul, you literally he put his all into that role, and to see them take all those scenes out, and give them what Josh Whedon's version was. If I was Ray Fisher, I would have done worse than fucking doing this shit right now. That shit would have been like OJ in Nevada, nigga.
You're in a contract.
I don't care. I would have walked into Josh Whedon's office at Warner Brothers, would have turned around, locked the door, told that motherfucker, one of us is leaving this room, and one of us ain't. So
no, I feel that.
You don't have to run this fade for cutting me out of this movie. You will have to run this fade for the way you did me in this movie.
I completely understand.
Ray Fisher has every right to do what he's done.
Yeah. No, Flash. The Flash was Ezra Miller's character was the Flash was way better.
Yeah, the Flash. that was actually like out of all Zack Snyder's castings, I approved of Jason Momoa as Aquaman. I liked Ray Fisher as Cyborg initially. I approved Wonder Woman.
I still think of Barry Allen though. I think the other Flash.
I think of Wally West for sure.
Wally, yeah.
But, or actually no, it's
not. It's not Wally. I think it's the other one. Damn it.
It's Wally West.
That was a B.
That's Barry Allen.
No, that's another one. The B. Go ahead, keep talking. I'll look at it quick. I think I'm tripping. I might be tripping.
Are you talking about Bars?
I think I'm thinking about Bars. Let me look.
Okay, but yeah.
Go ahead, keep talking. Let me look.
But anyway, I loved Flash in this movie. He actually was really, I think what Josh Whedon initially did with his Flash, he wanted to make him like he was new to crime fighting. He was new to this. Remember that scene with
Bart Allen. That's what Bart Allen. That's what you remind me of. Okay. Bart Allen. My bad.
But there was that scene in Josh Whedon's version where he was like, I've never done battle. I just push people in my way.
Yeah.
And Batman's like, save one. Which, I mean, it was great for that. But at the same time, it's like, you see everything that Barry does in this movie and you're like, wow. Like, you're amazed at it. But Josh Whedon wanted to make him like he was a newcomer at this crime fighting thing.
Which makes sense, though. It makes sense.
My thing is, dog, you don't make a super suit and not be new to crime fighting.
Well, think about it. The super suit's only keep him from, like, probably burn the fuck up. But I think about it, he's never had to fight nobody. Who's ever to fight? He's faster than everybody. He just probably just.
But that's my thing. If you're fast, literally, you running into somebody would impact.
But think about it, he's seeing aliens like beings from other planets. Like, this is some dudes say like no damn armed robbery like that. It's like, you know what I mean? So I understand. I kind of understood what Josh was going with.
But even in Zack Snyder's version, Flash didn't really fight anybody. There was that one scene where they're rescuing Cyborg's dad and the rest of the scientists, and he literally just moves and dodges and then pushes. So that wasn't really him fighting anybody.
No, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
So I'm just saying, I
enjoyed that.
Also, that one scene was cool where you saw the building almost topple all those people, and you just see him like just moving the rocks out the way.
Oh yeah.
That shit was dope.
And then the part where he breaks the glass and like flexes in and breaks. That scene was dope.
That's one thing. Zack Snyder, his visuals in this movie were.
I know some people complain about the slow mo though. Some people play too much slow mo.
I will say there was a bit. Was it a little too much slow mo? Probably yes, but I didn't mind it. I wasn't really complaining.
So then we get spent by Barry. I enjoyed Barry. Even the moment when he grabs the hot dog. He's going after the girl, and so he goes for the hot dog. I'm like, oh no, please don't grab that goddamn hot dog. But then he grabs the girl, but he puts the hot dog in his pocket for later for the dog, which made a funny moment, which was a natural funny moment. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I like that.
That's the thing. Like Zack Snyder's level of comedy in this movie didn't seem forced. It seemed like it was just natural. I actually laughed more in this one than I did in just.
I feel like it fit the characters.
Exactly.
Which for Zack Snyder's project, it made sense though because these are Zack Snyder's characters. Like he envisioned this is his universe, his film, so he knows what these characters are supposed to be like and all that kind of stuff. Josh Whedon just jumping in. Hey, I'm just gonna try to figure it out. You know what I mean? So I understand the difference. I understand why we enjoy the Zack Snyder one, of course, more. But I understand where Josh Whedon was trying to come from with it because he really didn't know that much about these characters like that. Not in the sense like, oh, this is what I want from my universe. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Unlike Zack Snyder's, but I enjoyed Barry Allen, and I feel like at the end he wasn't pointless. I feel like he actually was used. Like I feel like every character in the movie had a moment to shine and show who they were. Maybe not Aquaman as much.
Yeah, I feel like if there was any character who
But Aquaman also because Aquaman's not the same character we've seen in Aquaman his own movie. So in the James Wan movie, he's a completely different character. So in this movie, it just it's kind of going backwards a little bit.
Going to your point on Aquaman.
We jump to Aquaman next.
Well, I'm just quick. Well, I guess
we can go Aquaman. Go ahead.
I mean, we'll go back to Barry because I actually do have. I want to talk about Barry for a little bit more.
I'll just say your point about Aquaman. Go back.
But going with Aquaman, there was a little point contradicting itself because remember, Aquaman came out after Zack Snyder's Justice League, or at least after he was filming.
Yeah.
The Aquaman scenes, and most of it involved Mara, played by Amber Heard. So, first off, she has a British accent compared to an Aquaman. Her accent is just regular, English. Yeah. It's an American accent in the Aquaman movie. So that was kind of weird seeing that.
It didn't bother me much. I seen WandaVision. I seen Wanda change her accent back.
I mean,
I get what you're trying to say.
I'm sure. I guess. But also there was when Mara was talking to Arthur
Yeah.
And she was telling him like, "Oh, my parents died in the wars, and your mother took me in." But then Aquaman, her dad is alive, so it's just one of those things that kind of contradicts itself. I wish Zack Snyder, if he could have cleaned that up, or maybe dubbed over it with something else, or. But at the same time, that's the thing. At the same time, he wanted to release what his movie was back in 2017.
It makes sense. It makes sense. So but you want to go back to Barry? I'll go ahead.
Oh, okay. So the Flash, probably one of the best scenes in this movie. Okay. That him going back in time, to save the Justice League. That was so awesome. Him using the Speed Force. First off, I like the score. It was pretty dope. Listening to it.
I think all the scores were amazing that were done. I think he did a good job with putting the classics in there.
They were all great. I will complain about one thing about the score. The Wonder Woman score was kind of overplayed. Not gonna lie. The first couple times, like the first 2 or 3 times, I was like, okay, this is pretty dope. It gave me some Xena warrior princess vibes. Okay, I'm over here thinking, maybe Lucy Lawless is about to pop off on the screen, but after a while, it was like every time Wonder Woman was on screen, she'd give a little smirk or something like that. You just automatically start hearing that.
She's the one.
Huh? But still, it's like, it kind of gets annoying, man. Like,
go ahead, continue with your Barry Allen thing. You continue on that.
But no, it was cool to see just, him use the Speed Force to reverse time. And it was just really awesome to see. And I don't know, what Ezra Miller pitched, for his Flash movie, whether Andy Muschietti is going to use anything from Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yeah. But I could really, see this, translating to this Flash movie to where Barry Allen realizes, oh, okay, I used the Speed Force to save, the Justice League, save my team. Maybe I can use the Speed Force to go back in time and save my mom from dying, which, that is how the Flashpoint paradox started. It was Barry Allen going back in time to save his mom. Mm. Yeah. So what if that is how Flashpoint starts in his movie? Is him thinking, oh, okay, I saved the Justice League. I went back in time, saved them. I can go back in time, save my mom. And he does that, and it creates this alternate reality or multiverse, whatever they plan on doing.
That's the reboot right there, dog. Huh? That's the reboot.
Well, that's the thing. It could be a soft reboot. I don't see why you can't. Well, and
let's talk about that after. Let's get to the characters. We'll come back to all that stuff.
Okay, fine.
We'll go to the characters first.
Well, okay.
I want to talk about that too. Let's go to the characters first.
Okay,
we gonna skip the characters.
All right. So who's next?
We talking about Aquaman a little bit. Aquaman, like I said, had a couple moments. Not too crazy about him. He's probably my least favorite in the movie. I mean, I like the moments when the girl was singing, though, when the woman was singing, and they were praising him. I like that scene. I thought that scene was dope. I know some people said it ran a little bit too long. For me, it was fine. I think the transition to the next scene though could be a little bit cleaner. But besides that, no big deal about that. But let's go to.
I mean, Aquaman. Yeah, out of all it's not anything like.
It's
just compared to the rest of the characters.
And we've seen his film. I've seen his film, so it's like going backwards. But I did like how Zack Snyder at the end when he was gonna go see his dad and go, you know what I mean? So I like how I connected that kind of to Aquaman.
I also liked a bit of his interaction with Wonder Woman as well, like how they kind of related to each other and their cultures. Him being Atlantean and him Wonder Woman being a Themysciran.
Yeah. So if I was watching this movie then watch Aquaman, I could be like, okay, I can go into this and be good. So I think that works. So I think that's a good job. Zack Snyder did a good job too with that. But what do you want next? Batman? I'm gonna save my man for last. Anyway, okay.
Batman. So Batman was back to his dark. I mean, I won't say too dark, but he was back to his big brooding ways.
I like Batman.
I loved him in this movie. Josh Whedon butchered Batman, just destroyed his character. Batman doesn't smile. First off, he doesn't smile.
He has moments.
He has moments where Batman he gives a little grin like
yeah.
But you never see Batman go.
No.
Oh my God! Superman arrived. Oh my God! We're saved.
I get that.
No, we never get that. We also don't get Batman over here laying on the ground. I mean, getting thrown like a rag doll by Superman.
No,
we're talking about something's definitely bleeding.
That was funny.
So it was funny. But it didn't fit with Batman. If it was anyone else, I probably would have been fine with it. But the fact that it was Batman.
It's Josh Whedon Marvel, you put it there.
But also, even in the final fight, Batman was a non-factor. He literally showed up. He drove the parademons away, and then he showed up and just started shooting far away. Like, he was like, okay, I'll let y'all handle this. I'm just going to stay all the way back here with my gun. In Zack Snyder's version, he actually has scenes where he's actually fighting parademons. You see the part where he uses Superman's Kryptonian ship, and that's what I also love. Is it shows Batman, his adaptability, his willingness to learn, and he takes new things into account. So he learns about the Kryptonian ship and how he can use it for his weapons.
That prep time.
Yeah, prep time Batman is top tier Batman.
No, for sure. I also think that this in Zack Snyder's version, it doesn't feel like Batman's as old. Like in Joss Whedon's version, it's emphasized he's old because his shoulder's all fucked up. He is all beat up. Like, you can tell he's old. He's pretty much on the verge. Like Alfred's telling him like it's time almost to hang it up and stuff. This is when you don't feel like he's that old. You feel like, okay, like we know he's old because of BBS. He's been around for a minute and stuff like that. But you feel like he's still like he can still do this for a couple more, like for some years. You know what I mean? In Joss Whedon's version, he felt like he was at the end, bro. It was time to retire.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. So I like that. Batman. I like Bruce Wayne also. I enjoyed that Bruce Wayne scene with Alfred when they get on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get that scene. We just saw when he shaved right away. But I like that scene, that dynamic between those two talking and stuff like that. I think that was dope.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne. I actually like his Bruce Wayne.
I loved his Bruce Wayne. I loved his Batman. I love the fact of how he was towards the team. To communicating with them. It just felt more of a real leadership, hands-on approach compared to the last movie where he kind of was just like, all right, I put this team together.
Yeah.
But
even that, I feel like for Batman, Batman, I look at Batman, bro. I forgot Batman was even there for a second. Because, like, in a good way, though, because, like, Batman's, like, in the shadows. Batman's just chilling. Like, Batman's at the forefront. You know what I mean? Like, we got one of them, Loki was taking the lead of everything pretty much. But, like, Batman was there, but he wasn't, like, he was in the shadows. You know what I mean? Batman be chilling. I like that. And that's how Batman is in the cartoons. Like, Batman he take his moments, he's looking around, he's thinking, like, he's just taking the knowledge. He ain't always speaking up loud and talking, the main one talking and stuff. So I enjoyed that part about it too.
I also like the fact that, where he was talking to Alfred, he was talking about Superman, and like, there's 6 of us. There's not 5 of us. There's 6, and there can't be us without him.
Yeah,
and like there were just cool moments that I liked seeing from Ben Affleck and how much he cared about Superman or missed him, having him.
Because Superman's the beak. That's what I always said. Superman has to be lighthearted because Superman's your beacon of hope. He's that person you look to and say, I want to be like him one day. Like, he's that one you can look at and say, damn, that's what you strive to be like. You know what I mean? He's that beacon of hope.
That's what I'm saying. With that, he was always the beacon of hope.
Yes, but yeah, I agree with that. I like that scene as well. I enjoyed that scene. And I like you brought up before, I like the scene that nobody was arguing about bringing back Superman.
Yes, because that shit was dumb for Josh Whedon's version. Hear me out. The planet is already about to be destroyed by this man Steppenwolf. If I bring Superman back from the dead, we're all gonna die anyway. So I don't see I don't see why there was so much tension and argument with bringing back Superman.
Well, it was that narrative about Superman when he come back as Superman, when he be evil or something.
Doesn't matter.
His mind.
Does it matter?
If he'll come back with his morals, then what's the point? You're pretty much.
What's the point of not bringing him back? You're gonna die anyway if the world's getting destroyed by Steppenwolf.
But that stuff was a little weaker. Okay, I think one of them can handle that man a little bit.
Man, okay, but come on.
But yeah, I get what you're trying to say. But it's still like, hey, do we want one problem? We want 2 problems. Like, yeah, I mean,
I mean, the way I see it, shit, you bring Superman back from the dead, and you bring that first problem gets resolved a lot quicker because Superman makes the world die quicker. That's how I see it.
Yeah,
shit.
That's true. Yeah. No, I like that, and I felt like Superman's return was epic. Like it felt deserved. Like in the first one, I felt like we was bringing back Superman just to bring back Superman. I was like, there was really okay, we're gonna bring back Superman. In this movie, Steppenwolf was that guy. Like you saw, we need Superman. Like we can't help this man. We can't take him out. We can't take him with just us. We need Superman to take him out too.
Yeah. I would like to point out because now that's one of the things that with Josh Whedon's version also was that like. I was hoping with Zack Snyder's version, it was going to be a little different, but it was the exact same with Superman's revival and how the team needed to revive him because it kind of contradicts with the ending of Batman v Superman, where
really dead. We thought the rocks were coming up.
Yes, the rocks were coming up, so we were like, okay, he's just sleeping, he's just resting, he's going to come back from the dead, and then it turns out in Justice League that he's actually dead. Like,
yeah.
So
I prefer they were Sims of the Sun or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
but I think his return was well earned, and you felt like even while I watching the movie, I'm thinking about the movie from my perspective. I'm watching it. I'm like, I know Superman's come, but I'm not thinking about that at the moment. Like I'm just in the film, so I'm thinking like, damn, Steppenwolf for problem. Like, this man a problem. How they gonna beat this man, man? We gonna get Superman. When's Superman coming back? Like, I'm thinking, like, we need Superman. So I like how they made Steppenwolf look so bad, like be a badass to the point where, oh, yeah, we need him. Yeah, I mean, I like that. So I thought that was dope, too.
I loved how they brought him back. I love seeing another, Man of Steel first flight scene.
We need Steppenwolf. We need Steppenwolf.
Oh, yeah, we don't talk about the villains. We say the villains.
Okay, go ahead.
But I loved how they brought Henry Cavill Superman back. I'm glad I didn't.
We on the guy now?
I'm glad I didn't. Yeah, we on the guy now. Okay. I'm glad they didn't bring, the mustache version that we didn't try to do. That shit was terrible.
Yeah, for sure.
But, I think it was a full... and that's what Zack Snyder said when, he was describing, his Superman in this movie was that it completes his arc from, Man of Steel. Mm-hmm. And I think this movie does that. I think you look at Man of Steel and you think about Superman and he chooses either humanity or his own people on Krypton. He chooses humanity. Batman versus Superman is Lex Luthor, because he tries to frame Superman. Mm-hmm. He tries to cause humanity or turn humanity against him. Yeah. So I could see why, his arc in Batman v Superman, because it's like, I chose humanity, but at the same time, they're now turning against me and turning on me. They don't believe me as their savior. They believe me more as, a villain or as this evil person. Mm-hmm. So I just feel like with Man of Justice League, he finally realizes that the world needs him.
Yeah.
In order to be saved. And also, I think that's my theory on why he probably chose the black suit, because as he woke up, all he sees around is those murals with the black Superman symbol. So maybe, maybe being on the ship when he first saw that suit, it was just something that just, appeared in his head like, okay, this is the one that the world sees. This is how the world sees me right now. So maybe I should wear this.
I can see that. That's a good point. That's a good. You cut that one. That's good.
Oh, thank you. That's good. Appreciate it.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
For me, Henry Cavill was amazing in the movie as well. I enjoyed him in Josh Whedon's. And I felt like Zack Snyder and Josh Whedon had the same vision with Superman, so I enjoyed that. I was like, oh, great to see Zack Snyder, cause I always wanted to see Superman just in a better, happier place. Seeing Superman smile a little bit, you know what I mean? Just seemed like he happy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I have enough. Batman can be the the one I always mad, but Superman gotta be a little happy. So I was happy to see that with Zack Snyder's version as well. And that moment with Lois, seeing Lois Lane and stuff like that with the ring and everything, I think those were nice moments to build. I feel like honestly, you could honestly see this movie as a Man of Steel Part 2. With his dad talking, both his fathers talking to him and stuff.
Yeah, I did love that part.
And we get a lot of Lois. We see a lot of Lois, she going through her the grief and stuff. She has the ring on her finger. They even emphasize the ring when she's walking around. They emphasize the ring. We see her taking the coffee always.
And then turns out she's pregnant.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, that's the birth test. She's going to the mural every day, basically because she's seen that cop go show give that cop that coffee. She's going to see the mural there because she's still grieving for this man. So I feel like this honestly could feel like part of me. It felt like a Man of Steel Part 2 in a way. In a way, it did.
I mean, I will say I do still want a Man of Steel 2.
For sure, I understand.
This is my thing. We saw how he was in this movie. It was great. We loved him. Yes, Mom, those are my black boots for work.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. Since you already said something, why don't you come in here and say hi? Nope, come here.
Come on, Mom. You come in and sing your piece right quick.
Mom, just come here real quick.
I did want to see Superman with the beard and the mullet, but I mean, I can't. That's a nitpick probably. But
that was Warner Brothers that.
Yeah. That's him doing Green Lantern too. Mm-hmm. But as far as Superman, the OP power, we saw. I think Josh Whedon did a good job showing the power too. But Superman, Zack Snyder did, of course, a better job with the action and stuff like that. But seeing the power set just amazing. Like when he popped up. It was just game over. And when you see him beat up on Steppenwolf laser and
that nigga
the horn off, and he was beating the shit. No, I thought it was funny how the portal was open and shit, and Superman's not even worried about that shit. Like, everybody's looking at the portal, Superman's still there whooping this nigga ass.
Yes!
He's still doing the same shit.
That shit was hilarious, fam. And for the way he popped up. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did like the Josh Whedon where he was like, I don't believe in truth, but I'm a big fan of justice, and I like that line. Yeah. But I did like this one too, where he tries to swing at Cyborg, and you just see Superman pop up And that axe doesn't even do shit to him. He's just like, not.
That's how you know it got real. That's how you know it got real.
Uses his freeze breath and breaks that shit, then Spartan kicks that motherfucker like he's Leonidas.
Yeah, 300. And that's how
it just starts beating the shit out of him.
Even seeing Superman go see Alfred, find where they at. Like I like that scene too. You know what I mean? So that was dope. Since Superman as a character, it was a dope experience. Like I'm not a crazy Superman fan. I'm not gonna lie. Superman's cool with me, but I'm not a crazy Superman fan. Like I know he's a diehard Superman. He loves Superman. Mm-hmm. But seeing Superman was cool, and I enjoyed seeing his character. I felt like okay. You know how like when you see certain characters, you just know like okay, he's the guy. When Superman came on the screen, you know, hey, that's the guy. And once he started putting that work in, you really know that's the guy. And then yeah, man, Superman was dope. I know the suit looked amazing. Yeah, as I thought it would. The cape looked amazing. Like that's how I always does great. The
cape flapping. Just
the capes always do great. But like the suit, I like how the suit looked.
I like it.
I wish they probably would explain. Maybe I know you did a good job explaining, but I don't know if that was how. Like you know what I mean? I wish that's how I probably did a better job. Why he went with the black suit?
Oh yeah, I talked to Zack Snyder. That's how
he told you.
Yeah, that's how he told me.
Okay, that's what he told me.
No, I'm kidding.
I know some people complain. Some people complain about the Flash getting shot scene. I have no problem with that because that made sense with the physics and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You're moving so many that fast. You're everywhere. So like if somebody throws something at you or hit you with something, then it's gonna hit you because you're everywhere. You're moving too fast. But like, so that made sense to me. I wasn't tripping off that. So I can't complain about the movie for real. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Did we even talk about Wonder Woman? I mean, Wonder Woman as always.
Let's talk about Wonder Woman. The people and Amazon. They were amazing. Wonder Woman was amazing. And I feel like we always talk in especially in today's time we talk about equality and women showing empowerment and people of color and stuff like that. And I thought Zack Snyder did a great job showing the Amazon women as beautiful women who are strong, can carry their own, powerful. You know what I mean? They put in work and they were enjoyable to watch. And you look at like, damn, bro, they going crazy against Steppenwolf and stuff like that. They doing their thing. Yeah. And they're dope characters. So you was enjoying that moment. You enjoy Wonder Woman, of course, but like seeing the Amazons being so dope and at their peak like that, as being especially women characters who we don't see that many of, especially in that kind of platform and that much power. It was dope to see, and I enjoyed it.
And you just see the way that gal...
And it's natural. It feels organic.
Exactly. And you just see the way that gal... It's Wonder Woman. You see how she is portrayed in this movie compared to Josh Whedon's version. She's not too sexualized compared to the previous version. And I think that was just... It was, nice to see because I feel like it doesn't have to be forced. Wonder Woman, we already know she's, a beautiful woman. You don't have to.
All the Amazons look good.
Yeah, all the Amazons look good. You don't have to, force these zoom in shots and ass shots like Josh Whedon's version did. And I like that line where she's fighting Steppenwolf and he's over here like I forgot what he said.
She's mine or something like that.
Yeah, he's like back off, she's mine, and then she's like I belong to no one, and I was like, you know what? Okay, girl, I like that shit. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I like that. I think Woman's always dope when you bring her in. I think she kind of steals the show in a way because she's we love Gal Gadot as a character, as a person in general, like we're acting, and then Wonder Woman's a great character who I think everyone just loves because she just beautiful woman, powerful, strong, goddess. So you just enjoy the character. So when she pops on screen, you always...
Like I said, my biggest flaw was just...
And she's pretty much a leader.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And quick question, because it involves... I liked when Barry popped up the plane and he wasn't acting all awkward. Like, he wasn't like, oh, my name... Gal.
He did say that.
No, he did. But then he was like, he didn't act all like weird about it. He was like, oh, do you think I have a chance with her? Like, it was like, I got my car. I know who I am. I'm Barry Allen. I know who I am. I like that. I like how they add that part. I didn't want to just be like, kind of like clumsy and not know what the fuck going on. But I thought that was dope how they add that scene to him. So I think that was cool.
I think just the team dynamic in general. I liked how a lot of the actors,
fit together.
Exactly. How they talk to each other in this version versus Whedon's version.
Yeah. Even nothing about Cyborg. I don't know if we talked about Cyborg yet. Nothing about Cyborg is the father dynamic. Him and his father.
Yes.
I seen the dynamic how they we were talking about he blamed his father. I think that's another thing that's having a longer film. Be able to see the backstory more with his mom and seeing why he doesn't like his father, seeing why he's in the position he's in, getting that car accident, and him growing and understand that his father was always meant the best for him. He wasn't always the best, but he tried to be the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think about that moment when he's like separating the mother box and it shows him and his family. It's like it's a moment for him, like as he realizes, like, hey, I'm good how I am. Like,
like I'm
you know
not
what I
a
mean?
monster.
Yeah, I'm fine how I am. So I like that. So I think
I like that. I also like how they just had Victor. You know, even before he was cyborg, how he was kind of this good-hearted person. You saw how he was. You know, his principal at his school was talking to his mom and talking about how he changed this one
the girl was struggling.
His mom clapped back at that professor like. Victor was there when he needed her. Where were you? And the professor was just like.
For sure. You saw his character that made it. You saw what made him already a good person. How he was already kind of tech savvy as it was. So you saw. I like seeing that kind of stuff. I mean, that's how you develop characters, which is why I think you need solo films for both these characters, him and Flash, before you start a Justice League movie. Yeah, you know what I mean. You need these characters already have at least one film for you can already have backstory, so you got to go through that. But the fact that he didn't do that, and Zack Snyder had 4 hours to make this film, he's able to put that stuff in, which I thought was amazing.
Yeah, but I mean, talking about just Ray Fisher again, I think it's terrible how they did.
He did a great job acting.
He did a great job. Great job acting. And it's not just Ray Fisher, but you start thinking about Josh Whedon and who the fuck he cut out. I'm starting to think, why did he cut out all the niggas? Like, why did he cut out all the people of color? He cut out Adam. He cut out Ryan Choi, the Adam. He cut his character out. He cut out Iris West, who was black. He cut out Cyborg's mom, who was black. He cut out Martian Manhunter. Josh Whedon, you racist nigga. Like I got some questions for you, like because it baffles me.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed that. I thought Cyborg was a dope character in general. Like I thought Ray Fisher did a good job with the acting and. That character was amazing. Seeing Martian Manhunter, what do you think about that?
Oh, he looked cool. I mean, I think his CGI could have been a little bit better, but it was strong for Zack Snyder to do it during reshoots and extensive additional shooting. It wasn't too bad. I actually liked it. I mean, it's definitely better than that CW version I saw in Supergirl.
Yeah, no, I agree. I know a lot of people, including Yandra, have been saying for a while since Man still like, hey, that's probably the Martian Manhunter right there, bro. That's John Jones, bro. And I was like, I don't know, bro, possibly. But the way you go back, I think you can go back and watch Man of Steel. I know he probably will soon because he watches that movie like 5 times a week.
I do.
So, and you can try to tell, I don't know, you guys let me know, but it seems like that was already established already in Zack Snyder's universe. Like, hey, it's gonna be Martian Manhunter. Because how I know I seen little clips in there here and there of when he's looking at Superman, he's looking at him like I can do that too. You know what I mean? So I like that aspect of how he looked. I thought he looked cool. Seeing the eyes turn red, that was good for me. I'll be good with that right there for that first scene because I got it. But I know him showing the whole outfit, how his whole outfit and him as what he looks like as an alien and stuff like that in terms of the general. So I thought that was dope. And the end scene with him and Batman, that was cool. I thought it was a nice one for Batman when he tells about his parents to be proud of him. So I thought it was a nice one for Ben Affleck.
It also shows Batman's character development because you see him in Batman vs Superman, and this man is like. Oh, Superman's an alien. We gotta kill him at all costs. It's a 1% absolute chance that he can burn this bitch down or all this shit. Yeah. So the fact that he just sees Martian Manhunter, the way he just looks at him, he's like, "All right, bro, you introduce yourself. Can I go back to bed now?" That's what it just seems like with how the way Ben Affleck looks. But if you would have took the Ben Affleck from Batman vs Superman, he would have been like, "Hey, Alfred, get the kryptonite, bro. There's this nigga at the door."
He'd be there prepping, trying to follow in the feed.
I know. He'd be like, "Who the fuck is this dude?"
Yeah, but no, I thought Martian Manhunter was cool to see. I wish we all saw Green Lantern. I know we got to see Green Lantern. That Green Lantern was he alright. He got body, but seeing Zeus was dope.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about
seeing Zeus
and all them the whole history lesson scene. Mm-hmm. That shit was like some Lord of the Rings shit. That shit was some battle for Middle Earth, Lord of the Rings type shit. With Darkseid versus Zeus versus Ares, the Amazons, the Green Lanterns,
everybody come together. Like the elves and the men and everybody come together.
That shit was clean.
That was dope.
And that's when you saw the blood and all that shit, you were like, okay. The Green Lantern, that nigga got bodied though.
The Green Lantern got bodied, but besides him, Zeus was putting that work in. You know what I mean?
And even Ares was a character. We all don't like in Wonder Woman. We all think he's kind of weak, but I mean, shit. You watch him in this, and you're like,
working.
I mean, you just like Thor. You didn't go for the head, but
Hey,
you know,
that working. No, I enjoyed seeing that scene. I thought it was dope seeing him give Darkseid a little more backstory.
I was laughing when that nigga would pass.
I was kind of surprised they didn't call him Uxas though. Your boy,
yeah,
I was probably didn't call him. Probably call him Darkseid the whole time. You know what I mean? Because especially seeing the niggas and stuff like that.
I was laughing the way that nigga passed out on the ship. That
nigga bleeding out. Bro.
That nigga was out of it.
He was out, bro.
Oh,
but that scene was dope. Seeing that was dope. What else we got? The villains. We got to talk about.
Yeah, the villains. So, okay, Steppenwolf was a huge improvement in this movie.
Yeah, completely different character.
Yeah, exactly. He actually had a purpose. Yeah, he had a purpose. Mm-hmm. Versus the last movie, it was just this guy who literally came down to Earth and wanted to destroy the world. And for mother.
He kept saying mother.
Kept saying mother all the time.
Yeah.
This one, he's actually like he's hungry. He needs. It's not that. The last Steppenwolf, it just looks like. You know, he just wants to destroy Earth.
Yeah.
This motherfucker actually needs it. Because he needs to, you know, prove himself to Darkseid. Because he's basically exiled.
He betrayed him.
Yeah, he betrayed him. So he's basically exiled from
5,000 worlds.
Yeah.
5,000 worlds. So I was like, oh,
and this, Steppenwolf, you know, you just see him. He's just begging. He's like, when can I come home? And all that shit. And so I just really liked it. I loved the way he looked. He looked a lot scarier.
Intimidating.
Way more intimidating.
When he threw old boy head against that rock.
Yes, bro. He probably broke that nigga's spine.
But we got to see the technology of his planet.
Yes.
When he took that little spotter thing and put it on his head, we were able to see he told him I don't know the word, but he's like, I'm not gonna tell you anything. He's like, you already have. And he had the thing already published. So I thought that was dope to show like some of the technology that they have and stuff like that. That was cool. I think another thing that we don't talk about, a small thing, probably a small thing, but it makes a big difference that Josh Whedon didn't do is when he talked about why he went to that part of the world. I forgot where they were at to do where he did the whole putting the boxes together and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was dope how
it was toxic.
Yeah, I thought it was dope how they said, "Hey, it's toxic here. It's why we're here." Like instead, it's like, "Oh, we just here because." Hey, it's where we're here.
Yeah.
But it made sense because he was like, "Hey, this is a toxic area. It fits better for us." So I like that. So I thought it was dope.
Yeah, I agreed. And not just Steppenwolf, there were other villains in this movie as well. We saw Desaad, played by Peter Guinness, which did a great job. I mean,
intimidating.
He was intimidating. He sounded like that bitch ass, snitch ass nigga. You know that.
I seen him pop up out of like that.
Yes, that was actually really cool.
That was dope. It was intimidating too. When you saw him from there, you're like, oh man, you motherfuckers ain't fucking around. So go ahead.
Oh no,
go ahead.
Okay. Well. Darkseid, man. Darkseid. That motherfucker is intimidating as hell. I mean, I thought Thanos was that guy, but Darkseid, man.
Yeah.
He looked badass, and his voice, it sounded great. It was Ray Porter who did his voice. Did an amazing job. It sounded, like a mix between Michael Ironside and Andre Braugher, two Darkseid voices that I've loved, from the animated universe. So it was just great to see his character in this movie. I mean, it was for a brief glimpse, brief glimpses and maybe a few scenes, but I loved it, and I know Ava DuVernay is directing a New Gods movie.
I want you to do her stuff.
And Ray Porter has already told Ava DuVernay, feel free to cast whoever you want for Darkseid. But I really hope that after seeing the movie, she does give Ray Porter some consideration for that role. Because, he did great with it.
Yeah. No, I agree. I enjoyed Darkseid. He was missing when he was on screen. You feared him. You understood why Steppenwolf was getting them 5,000 souls collected, or 5,000 worlds collected, because he wasn't playing around. And even seeing boy, like I told you he wouldn't get. I thought he was gonna slap the shit out. But he just agrees with him. But no, I thought Darkseid was intimidating. He was dope to see. He definitely like a problem, which is why you need Superman. So I was like, okay, glad to see Superman's here. But I like that scene. I think my favorite scene in the movie is honestly when they find Steppenwolf, they fucking him up. Aquaman put that thing through him, swings him, or Superman punches him, and one of them comes top of that head. Who? Right, your doorstep, dog. So I put that shit around his doorstep.
Yeah, you stepped on it.
You stepped on it like, you motherfuckers don't. Y'all for real.
You know what's funny? I found it funny how they were literally just whooping Steppenwolf's ass, and this nigga Darkseid and his army just watching, bro. They ain't even thought about. Let's step through this shit.
Because Darkseid trying to see. He trying to see. Okay, what they about? He trying to see. Like, that showed him like, hey, they ain't nothing to fuck with. Like,
oh no, he didn't say. He wasn't thinking that. He was like, all right, bet, hey. Ready to go, Armada. We take the long way.
Take the long way to get to Earth.
Hey, I got something for these niggas when I see them.
No, it was definitely a problem, man. I'm more curious about Granny Goodness.
Yeah, Granny Goodness.
More curious about Granny Goodness. She didn't do anything. She was just there.
I don't even know who played the character.
Yeah, me neither. I'm curious about that character. I want to see. I'm curious to see more. I want more of this. I want this story to continue. I'm not gonna lie. I want the story to continue as well. Like I want more of it, and I think HBO Max is the perfect place to put it. Just because you can do whatever you want, it's gonna sell. And if I'm Warner Bros. HBO Max, I want this because after this year, when they stop doing the movies on direct demand, you're gonna need stuff to sell. What are you gonna sell off? You know what I mean? Where are you gonna get your subscribers from? You tell people you got Ben Affleck's Batman coming, and you got the Justice League movies coming on Zack Snyder's universe on HBO Max, people gonna subscribe. For sure.
I'm fine with that.
I think it makes sense.
Oh, this is awesome because I was talking about this earlier with the Flash and how, he went back in time, I think a Flashpoint movie.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my thing. Why don't you make multiple, if he made a multiple universes or multiple Earths? I mean, there are different Earths where different Supermans. You have your Earth 2 where, they have the Calvin Ellis.
So you think they should just make different universes where you have the Zack Snyder universe,
yes,
going to the movie theaters, and you have this.
Exactly.
The problem with that, though,
just make that.
No, I get that. The problem with that, though, is the average fan's gonna get confused. Think about Mom. She ain't gonna know different from what Matt Reeves is doing and what Ben Affleck's doing.
Okay, well that's why Mom.
That's
why Mom has us to explain.
Well, no, not everybody has this. Like people like us, though. But, I'm talking about the average fan. They're gonna be confused. Like, okay, and think about how do you drop all these projects? Think about you don't want fatigue. You don't want Batman fatigue, so you're giving me a Batman movie. You're giving me Matt Reeves Batman movie next year. Mm-hmm. Then you're gonna give me Ben Affleck movie the following year, or that same year. I'm getting 2 Batmans a year.
Hey, I'm fine with that.
I think this is more what you should do if you're gonna do it. I think what you do is okay. You let Kevin Feige. If you don't want to do HBO Max, you want to bring him back completely. This is what I would think about doing. I would give Zack Snyder an executive role overseeing all the future projects. Right? Mm-hmm. I will let him direct every project, not direct them all, but I let him oversee projects and give his input and tell us which direction we think we should go next. If they want to consider continue the Zack Snyder verse, I would just have him oversee projects. I don't know if I have him direct any more projects. I just have him oversee them, kind of like some Kevin Feige type stuff. Just oversee projects. He still put his input. Tell him what he thinks needs to be worked on. You know what I mean? You still Zack Snyder there. I think that'll make the fans happy too. I think that's a medium ground for everybody. That's middle ground. I think it's gonna be hard to get fans on the same page.
I'm not a person that agrees with everything that Zack Snyder does or says because there are some theories which I posted a video earlier about him wanting Lois Lane to be pregnant with Bruce's child.
And supposedly wasn't that child supposed to become
Batman? Yeah. So there are some things that I don't like from Zack Snyder, and I hope that he is actually looking this over with other people who can, tell him this ain't the best idea. This ain't how to approach it. So I hope that, he can, build off this and actually make a solid stretch of Justice League movies if they let him, direct them on HBO Max or, have a whole universe entirely. I would love that.
I think that's the smartest way. If you're the Suits, right? If you're the businessman at Warner Bros. Or AT&T, and you want to get this, because the problem with DC is the fan base is all broken. You got people that love the Snyderverse, you got people that hate the Snyderverse, you got people that want more of this, you got people that don't want no more, they want a reboot. So you gotta find a way to get everybody on the same page. I think the only way you can do that is hit a middle ground where you let Zack Snyder continue on projects, but as like a head executive, and let other people come in and direct projects, and him just oversee. You know what I mean? I think it's the only way you can hit middle ground for people because. You gotta get the fan base on the same page. You gotta get the fan base on the same page. Yeah, she's talking.
Hey, Mom! Mom! You know we can hear you, right?
What?
I said, we can hear you, right?
I'm sorry?
You're too loud. What are you trying to say?
Oh, sorry.
Hey, just close the door for us. Thank you.
But like I said, that's how I feel like you gotta go with them. You gotta put them in. You gotta try to find a middle ground for this fan base. 'Cause I think the problem with DC Universe, the fan base is so broken apart, and everybody wants something so different. So you gotta find a way to get everybody connected again.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of HBO Max. You can do rated R, you can do whatever you want, and I have no problem. I used to tell my friends this. I have no problem with Zack Snyder's universe being different than Marvel because DC is not Marvel, and I don't think you have to go the Marvel way to do films.
Yes.
You can do your own way. You don't have to follow Marvel formula. I think that's the problem with DC. Why they brought Josh Whedon in? They wanted the Marvel formula and follow Marvel's way. You don't have to do that. It was
terrible because it didn't fit with the characters.
It didn't fit the characters, and it didn't fit what you already had set up. If you gotta do, I understand my word. Do what works for DC. You gotta find what I think this works for DC. This is what people like. You just do this, and I think this will sell. You don't have to be like Marvel or any other company. You can do your own wave. You know what I mean? And I think that's a big reason. I think that just DC and Warner Bros. Need to look back and say, even if we don't want Zack Snyder on the project, we gotta look where he did on this project, because his project did deal hella numbers. People were streaming it. It was crashing streams. People like this. So what did he do? What can we take away from this and add on to our films in the future?
Exactly.
And get a plan, because make all these damn random legs antenna don't make no damn
I
sense.
know, Blue Beetle's antenna. Like, can we get another Superman movie? Can we establish characters like Superman, The Flash, Green Lantern, all them niggas? We over here talking about Blue Beetle. I remember I saw a report that Warner Brothers was over here trying to write a script for Booster Gold. Nigga, Booster Gold?
Bro, Warner was trying to find something to stick, bro. They're trying to find something to stick. They're throwing us at the wall, see what sticks that fans like we can build off of.
Exactly, bro. And
you know what it reminds me of? It's like Transformers. They said, after a while Transformers going down, they say, hey, throw Bobby out there. Bobby stuck a little bit. Yeah, throw that shit. They like, hey, we gotta find what else we can throw out there and stick.
Throwing shit, man, at this point. Just,
But I enjoy the film. For me, I enjoy the film. If I had to rate the film,
we're not done yet.
Oh, we ain't done yet.
We still talking.
Okay. What you gotta say? What you want to bring up? What you gotta say?
Shit. What was I? Oh yeah, I was talking about the Flash.
Go ahead. Speak about the Flash.
So anyway, here's my thing with this. Because the Flashpoint, they're gonna bring in Ben Affleck, right? Correct.
Yeah. And Michael Keaton supposedly. Or something like that. They said Frank.
And here's my theory with that. Because remember in Flashpoint, the Flash was that when he went back in time, he was able to get get memories of that timeline, because of the longer he stayed in that timeline, the more memories he got from that timeline, the more he started to forget his own memories from the timeline that he was originally in. So here's my thing: what if this is just a theory? You guys take it as you want, but you see Ben Affleck, and because at the end of this movie and also during this movie, there is nightmare sequences again.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta talk about the epilogue.
Yeah, so we don't talk about that. So, but you see Ben Affleck, and why is he the only one that remembers these nightmare sequences or has these vivid nightmare sequences? What if his Bruce Wayne went, or let's say, because remember Ben Affleck is in the upcoming Flash movie. What if his Bruce Wayne, or you can write it like this. This is Andy Muschietti, if you're listening, write it like this. What if Bruce Wayne went back in time with the Flash? That's why him and Flash are actually Flash doesn't remember shit either. But I will say Bruce Wayne does. So what if that's the reason why Bruce Wayne has these memories of nightmare sequence? It's because of Flash creating this alternate reality that is kind of putting some of those memories from that reality into that Bruce Wayne's head.
That makes sense. My question is though, is that your reboot? Is that your plan for your reboot?
Well, I don't.
You don't say you're talking about like a reboot. You're talking about like let's continue the story.
I mean,
and it seems like DC's using Flashpoint as a reboot.
I don't know how I would do that.
I don't think you even need Flashpoint. I think you can wait with Flashpoint later on.
My thing is DC says they want to reboot, but yet you're gonna keep Aquaman, you're gonna keep Flash. So is it really a reboot? And Wonder Woman. So I'm saying, like, why not
a reboot for Batman and Superman?
I know you're just rebooting Batman and Superman. Like, I don't get that. That makes no sense to me.
Yeah. No, I rather. The problem also is I don't know how many more. How long do you think Ben Affleck's going to do Batman?
I mean, but at the same time, like, I don't mind the whole multiverse thing. I'm fine with this. If you can bring in multiverse.
The problem is, it would make sense, like, I hate to bring up Marvel, but if Marvel didn't make sense because Marvel has established some things already. With DC not having no establishments for real, it's kind of hard to be able to bring a multiverse just straight in here.
Yeah.
You haven't established anything for real. You know what I mean? You established this universe, but you haven't really established, like, I don't know, man. I gotta see what Matt Reeves' Batman gonna be like.
Yeah.
And then I gotta see. I think it's possible. Don't get me wrong. I think it's possible. I don't know if it's gonna be able to. If you're gonna be able to do it successfully, where people are gonna understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I will say I am excited for the Flash movie now. Like I originally I didn't really care because I didn't really care about Ezra Miller's Flash character. But now, after watching Zack Snyder's Justice League, I'm actually excited to see, what the Flash movie could bring.
They take from Zack Snyder's Justice.
I hope that Andy Muschietti at least, looks into some of the things that
Same way, I think Abel will too.
Yeah, I hope that they take at least some parts, some fragments of this movie, and apply it to movies down the stretch for them.
Nah, for sure, man. DC could be something amazing. They can get it all together. DC cast something amazing. I mean, Zack Snyder, that Justice League movie was really nice. It was fun. It was entertaining.
You want to talk about them epilogues?
Yeah, let's talk about the epilogue. Hold on, I was about to give all this credit.
Oh, yeah, first off, let's talk about that nightmare scene that went through Cyborg's head as they were reviving Superman.
Oh, that was pretty wild.
That shit was pretty wild, man.
I liked it though.
I love that.
He loved it too.
Like I literally have that on my phone as my wallpaper. Is Darkseid walking over to Superman because it was such an awesome visual. It reminded me of some Injustice type shit, man.
Well, it says that's how I always base his universe kind of what Injustice is doing.
I'm fine with it.
Makes
Injustice
sense.
is a great fucking thing to they go off of. So.
I enjoy the scenes. I enjoy the scene of the Aquaman getting his ass getting stunned in the fucking
Omega beams. Yes.
Oh, you know that? Hold on. Before my bad. I don't want to jump all over the place. Steppenwolf getting that fucking blood taken out by Mira. That was
nice. She blood banded that.
I like Mira like it because that scene was dope. She taking that blood out. Woo!
She a blood bender, fam.
That was dope, bro. But back to the dream sequence with Cyborg. I think that was a dope scene. Seeing Darkseid just putting that work and show like, hey, when I come, hell will be hella bad.
Yep.
And that was dope to see. And then as you said, the epilogue. Oh, you got anything about the Darkseid, the sequence?
No. I mean, shit. I mean, well, one thing that you pointed out, I didn't even notice, but when Superman is holding Lois, or what was Lois, it turns out it was in the Batcave. I didn't know that. I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's the Batcave. Yeah,
it was in the Batcave. So
if it's the remember he had talked about how possible it was gonna be. Because Batman, I guess Batman got that relationship with Lois.
Yeah,
come in there when Batman wasn't there, kill Lois, Superman gonna pop up and see that. So like a whole bunch of stuff.
That's why he kills Batman or whatever.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man! He's holding his fucking head.
Yeah.
You do see some Easter eggs because you see Kilowog, one of the Green Lanterns, laid out. Like, he's dead. Superman basically murdered.
But it made no sense because he's not really taking care of this district though. That's the crazy.
But I mean, shit. If Green Lanterns go where they're needed.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm surprised we didn't see like Hal Jordan right there or John Stewart. I mean, yeah, it still worked.
I mean, but you would actually have to cast someone for that. Kilowog.
Yeah, for sure. CGI pig.
Or
GP?
Yeah, he's not a pig. He's basically
like a.
I don't know what species he is.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, for sure. And he knows the bat cave, but you notice in the back if you see the Robin Joker writing on it, so that was dope. But to the epilogue, I didn't hate the epilogue, but I didn't love it either. I didn't like Deadshot. Deathstroke. I like Deathstroke with the mohawk. I like the mohawk.
I actually did. I mean,
I had just seen Joe Magnolia with the regular cut, so I saw how Deathstroke looked like that. Like, oh, Deathstroke looked tight.
Yeah, it's apocalyptic.
But no, it's just nitpick for me. But the Joker sequence was I feel like I don't think Jared Leto did a bad job. I feel like he's in a hard place. I feel like he tried to take a line of Heath Ledger, which is one of the great Jokers. As far as Jack Nicholson, you got Heath Ledger,
Joaquin Phoenix,
you got Lopez, the one from the original Batman.
You talking about Caesar Romero?
Yeah, you got him also. You have a lot of Jokers, and I feel like he kind of took a little bit from Heath Ledger. Did land with me always, and I don't know. I wasn't crazy about the scene. But I understand why he did it. He was putting it out there. He's like, "Hey, this is part of my vision. I have to do. Let me throw all my shit out there. Throw it all out there." I was like, "Okay, that's cool." I was cool with it, but I was like, "No." I was like, "Oh, yeah,
I was fine." I mean, I was fine with it. I will say it helped Jared Leto's Joker. Like, as far as it adds more clips to his Joker name because he didn't really have many scenes in Suicide Squad. So this is another scene for me to see him as Joker in this movie. It improved, his Joker performance. Do I think it's better? It's better than Heath Ledger and Joaquin? No, it doesn't.
Well, I'm not trying to compare him to those. I'm just saying I still feel like I've seen Jared Leto try to do his own in his own take on the Joker
interpretation.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen that. I feel like I've seen him try to take from others. And Jared Leto's a great actor. That's the crazy part. Jared Leto's one of the best actors in Hollywood. So this crazy seeing him try to take Heath Ledger, not take Heath Ledger, but imitating more of Heath Ledger's Joker than his own. But I had no nitpicks about the scene. I wasn't crazy about it, but it's not I hated it. Like, oh, I'm gonna drop my grade or my score because I don't like that scene. But
Yeah.
you know, it's alright. I thought seeing Darkseid, Superman pop up at the end, was like, oh shit.
Yeah. But the Deathstroke Lex Luthor scene at the end, I mean, it was the same as Josh Whedon's, except that
little added to it. It led you to that Batman movie.
Yeah, although I did kind of like Whedon's because, you know, he mentioned, you know, shouldn't we build a league of our own? So, you know, it was teasing like, oh, okay, this is a secret society.
Well, yeah.
Because
Zack Snyder's leaning more to Batman.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Zack Snyder was leaning more to
the Batman film.
The Batman
I
movie.
really wanted to see.
Yeah, I know.
Still want to see if HBO Max going to put it out.
HBO Max.
They might still do that.
But in Deathstroke finds out Bruce Wayne, you know, Batman's identity, which is Bruce Wayne. And I think you think of it as a bummer. I don't really find it that bad because
not a bummer. I just go ahead.
Well, my thing is because out of all villains who would know Batman's identity, I feel like Deathstroke is one where you don't really have to worry about it because Deathstroke, being the mercenary and assassin that he is, he's not going to let anyone kill Batman except him. So he's not going to tell anyone that Bruce Wayne is Batman. If he wants to kill for himself. And also, we've seen other characters, like Ra's al Ghul's known that Bruce Wayne is Batman. You don't see him going after Bruce Wayne like that all the time.
As far as in film, we saw Riddler know Batman, Bruce Wayne was Batman. But they ended up putting him in the nut house. So nobody believed him anyway. Because he looked like he was crazy. Nobody believed him. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I like that Deathstroke knows he's Bruce Wayne because being, like you say, he's an assassin. That means Bruce Wayne got his toes as Bruce Wayne. Not just Batman. Walking up to Wayne Tower, Wayne Manor. Hey, you could be getting sniped out the sky. You don't know it. Like, I don't know. It's kind of crazy that they did that. I'm like, okay, where do you go from here? Like, even if only Deathstroke knows, that man can always come for that man. He's an assassin. This ain't like we just want no basic like Joker. We talking about assassin. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know. And did Ray Gunn about a Christian Bale Batman? He knew because he knew, but
he did. Yeah, he knew in Christian Bale.
But then he pulled up to him when he's at his bank with him. Yeah. He pulled to the bank. Okay, he do. Hey, bro.
I mean, I'm not just like the Christian Bale, but also like even cartoon versions. Batman the Animated Series.
But Ra's al Ghul's not always the enemy. Ra's al Ghul sometimes be like he kind of helps sometimes. Ra's al Ghul ain't always the bad guy. He kind of helps.
He probably helped him one episode.
You sleep with his daughter?
Huh?
You ever sleep with his daughter?
Yeah, that's it.
You and the family. You got a kid with the family.
Even his daughter was trying to fuck with Batman.
Batman like that shit. Batman a ruthless motherfucker. He like that shit. He different. But I don't have a problem like that. It was like a little thing. I was like, oh man, they could take it there. Deathstroke knows Bruce Wayne? You know Batman's Bruce Wayne? That's tough.
Yeah.
But I have no problem with the scene in general. I think I enjoy the film. I enjoy it. I think he does too.
I think by the end of so we're getting to the end of the review. So, you know, at the end of the day, I give Justice League an A. I thought it was an amazing film. I loved it. Being a DC fan, you know, I loved seeing the characters on screen and especially seeing their stories. The 4 hours really flew by as you're watching. And I was a big fan. I've always been a big fan of Zack Snyder and the way he shoots and has his visuals. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I felt like the action sequences were a lot better in this film. The story is still a bit of a basic, you know, kind of plot, but at the same time, it was way better than Whedon's version. So, and I really enjoyed this movie. This is a movie where usually it's hard for me to watch 4-hour movies and watch them again, but this is a movie where I actually wouldn't mind watching it over again and again. Mm-hmm. I was entertained throughout, so I give it an A.
Nice. It gets an A for me as well. I'm not as big of a DC fan. I like DC. I'm more of a Marvel guy personally, but I do like DC. I enjoy the characters. For me, this film gets an A because I feel like it felt like a Justice League movie. Like the characters I felt camaraderie within the characters. I felt like there was actually a need, a purpose for all them to come together. I feel like there's actually team chemistry. I feel like they all blended well together and meshed well. So I enjoyed that part of it. And I enjoyed the film in general. I'm glad Zack Snyder got to finish his vision. I'm not the greatest Zack Snyder fan about his lot of films. I like 300. I like his 300 series. The Watchmen's a good movie. I don't watch it too often, but I think it's a good film. And I'm just happy to see an artist like directors get a chance to show their film to the world and show what they thought of and what they created. And especially his situation with his daughter and everything, I thought it was dope to be able to come out there and be able to put your project out there and put it in honor of her, which I thought was a beautiful ending. with the song and with showing love to his daughter and stuff. I thought that was dope.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Is just at the end of the day, it's not about just us, but it's about Zack Snyder and the fact that he was able to finish his original movie that he did during a hard time in his life, losing his daughter like that. Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, I'll post down below. But if you or anyone you know who has suicidal thoughts or depression, please call the National Suicide Prevention Program. And I've had depressed thoughts here and there as well. I've gone through bouts of depression. It's not something you can joke about, and it's something you have to take serious. So definitely, this film was for Autumn Snyder. My prayers go out to Zack Snyder and his family. They've been going out since hearing about his daughter. But yeah, this movie was for Autumn, and I think it was a great memory for her.
Yeah, I agree. I can't. He pretty much closed it up right. I agree. Yeah. So, I enjoyed it, guys.
Yeah. Oh, lastly, Josh Whedon. Fuck you, man.
Hey, Josh Whedon, I don't hate you, bro. You gave me Avengers 1. I mean, Avengers Age of Ultron, I watched that today. I don't hate Age of Ultron. It's not as good as the other ones, but I don't hate you because I like my Avenger movies. So.
No, well, okay. The Warner Brothers executives who actually watched Josh Whedon's version compared to Zack Snyder's version and signed off on this shit and allowed it to go into the theaters, big fuck you to you guys. You guys earned $657.8 million at the box office for 2017's Justice League. I suggest you pay all the fans back that money that you wasted. You pay every goddamn cent. $657.9 million. You better give it back to every fan, including me. I saw the movie twice, so that's $16 you owe me that you have to reimburse me for that piece of shit movie that you decided to release in 2017.
That's just a little bit extra. That's XD. I saw it, nigga.
Okay.
I need a little extra.
Well, $20 then, however much it is, but I don't care. But anyway, let us know down below your thoughts on Zack Snyder's Justice League. And did you enjoy it? What do you think of it compared to Josh Whedon's version back in 2017? Let us know down in the comments section below. If you like this review, it's a lengthy review, but we did talk about a lot of the movie and a lot about what we liked, disliked.
Our own thoughts on Warner Brothers and what's going on over there and stuff like that. So it's a little bit of meshiness.
Exactly. We kind of
jumped around a little bit, but we were a little excited.
We sorry we jumped a lot. We jumped around, but at the end of the day, we did go back to the movie and give you our thoughts. But yeah, let us know down below. And if you like this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and tune in for more. I'm DeAndre.
I'm Javonte. Take care. Much love.